day before the XRP drop, right? You guys can see April 18th. Everybody's euphoric. Everybody's saying that there's going to be a bull run. Everybody's saying that XRP is going to go to new all-time highs. Understand how to read the market. Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, we have some massive fundamentals that have recently come out this week. We're going to do kind of a weekly wrap-up based off of some things that we've shown you all, not only on the Twitter space, but also on the YouTube platform. Just pretty much doing a weekly wrap-up on what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets, talking about some current events, going over price action specifically on XRP because, we day trade XRP here at CYPRX. I'm going to show you guys how ahead of the curve we warned everybody via some price action, what it was that we were seeing in the market. Everybody's asking why XRP, specifically XRP enthusiast, is depreciating in value, how the fundamentals are steering people in one direction, right? And how everybody needs to be paying attention to certain key factors. And here in today's video breakdown, we're going to break down some of those key factors. Again, this is all personal opinion. Do your own research as always. If you all like and enjoy video breakdowns like this, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. So we're going to be going over some fundamentals, some chart work, and then I'm going to be just showing you guys my opinion on some things that we've talked about in previous videos. So I want to first take your attention to our CYPRX page, okay? This video that we posted a day ago specifically goes on to some panel discussion video clips from some White House members and things of that nature. Then in the past, we've also seen individuals like Nellie Lang, the general manager of the BIS. Like, we know that this adoption is coming. We know that this digital evolution is coming, right? Now, I've also mentioned to you all in previous videos that this is a problem, okay? 23,500 cryptocurrencies, and I'm going to show you all today how some major fundamentals that just dropped. So shout out to Avidwa, by the way, for sharing this in the CYPRX research chat. I honestly wouldn't have opened this and even had been paying attention to this because I was about to end my fundamental analysis for the day. But I think this plays a massive role picking up on some of the things that we've talked about here on the CYPRX channel that nobody's really paying attention to. And it has to happen in our personal opinion, right? This number is bad for the space right now, 23,500. And you cannot deny that majority of these individuals are illicit market participants, okay? And when this purge happens, there is going to be volatility. Okay? You understand? Think about the early internet days when there was a massive purge that took place. And eventually, the beneficial players, the actual individuals that have utility, that have value, that can bring this to the market and enhance our financial ecosystem, those will be the ones that survive. But in order to get there, there has to be a purge. And again, our personal opinion. I've said to you guys in a previous tweet, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you really think that this market is just going to go crazy right now with 23,500 projects, cryptocurrencies, over 600 exchanges right now? What's going to be the catalyst to drive this number down before we see the massive boom? Now, I'm not discouraging a bull run. I'm not saying that none of that's going to happen. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, what's going to be the catalyst? What are we waiting for that's going to change these numbers? Everybody's so focused on historical screenshots on these crypto prices, right? Get some historical screenshots of these numbers right here, okay? That's what's really historical is up here at the top. They try to distract you, right? All the flashy numbers, right? The green, the red, okay? The numbers 1 through 10, right? Top 10. But up here, nobody pays attention to this. This is going to be a head turner when these numbers change, all right? Market cap, 24-hour volume, right? BTC dominance, all these numbers are going to change over time. And that's what nobody's paying attention to. That's what we're going to talk about. I know I just wasted a whole bunch of time explaining that, but I'm just trying to get my point across. So think about that as we go through today's video breakdown. Now, let's go over the charts on XRP real fast, okay? I want to explain to you guys why I was saying things way ahead of the curve. Like, for example, here is a screenshot of a tweet that I put out to you guys, letting you know all in advance. Again, not tooting my own horn, but I'm going to explain to you guys so you learn something as to why I was saying this, okay? And I'm going to show you proof backing why I was saying these things. So here you guys can see on April 17th, the day before the XRP drop, right? You guys can see April 18th. Everybody's euphoric. Everybody's saying that there's going to be a bull run. Everybody's saying that XRP is going to go to new all-time highs. No, understand how to read the market. I'm a day trader, so I'm more familiar with these little tiny price movements. I am not discrediting a massive XRP bull run, but right now, that has not happened. So in order for you to survive in the market, stop chasing these bullish moon boys and buying all here in these areas. And instead, if you want to see a rising equity curve, find a mentor, find an individual, as I'm about to blow your mind right now as to how we call this price action information out, that knows how to read these markets based off of fundamental and technical analysis properly. Okay. I'm not tooting my own horn saying I'm the only person that knows how to do this, but watch why I said these things to you all. So again, April 17th, I told you all, in order for XRP to go on a bull run, we need to break 53 cents. On April 5th, 11th, and 14th, XRP failed to push above 53 cents, right? You guys can see here, and I even sent you guys a screenshot. We see all in this area, 53 cents failed to be broken. Okay, major psychological level. Why was I looking at this? And why was I telling you all that if this area fails to break bullish above, we could potentially see a pullback? I said right here, 53 cents. If we fail to break above, we are due for a pullback. Why am I saying this to you guys? Well, look at what I said to you guys prior to that. I said to you guys right here, this is a tweet I put out to you guys. The DXY just won't lie down. If the US dollar strength picks up and hits this blue level around 109 to 111, we could have another major opportunity for discounted prices on our favorite altcoins before the next bull run. Pay attention, the DXY is at a major turning point, and I shared some screenshots with you all. Again, paying attention to the psychological level, the 102, I've given credit to the individual that first talked about this, right? The major psychological level turning point in the DXY's price action, okay? Go follow us on Twitter if you haven't been paying attention. So let's talk about this, right? Check this out, where I told you guys that we could potentially see discounted prices. Now, I didn't say what those discounted prices are, but again, instead of chasing the market, pay attention to detail, right? So let's just look at the DXY. And before we look at the DXY, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you all how misleading fundamentals are and why everybody's brain is like mush right now, and why majority of individuals, go do the research. How many people lost money in 2022 in the crypto markets? 95% of market participants. Okay. Most people don't even have to do their taxes for crypto from last year because nobody really made any money. That's a report from the IRS that you can go and read. Okay. Why? I'm going to show you why in today's video breakdown. Smash that thumbs up button if you're still here, and make sure that you're subscribed. Also, make sure that you go follow us on Twitter. So check this fundamental out. Again, the retail mindset. Yesterday, XRP price saw a drop to lows of 47 cents per token, the lowest level since the end of March. The drop constituted almost 10% and made the asset erase all gains it had made over the past 3 weeks. Again, what happened over the past 3 weeks? Everybody was expecting a US SEC versus Ripple settlement, right? All the lawyers were predicting a settlement, right? You go back and look at the headline dates. Everybody was predicting a settlement at the end of March, right? March 31st. Go look at the YouTube thumbnails. March 31st. Oh my gosh, settlement, right? Which is why the last 3 weeks were super bullish. Everybody was FOMOing in. Data provided by CoinMarketCap shows that since the day before yesterday, XRP's trading volume has doubled and it is now at 1.3 billion. Sorry, 1.31 billion. While its market cap has decreased and is now standing at 25 billion, the reason behind this major correction is still, look at this. This is what I'm about to show you all right here. Okay, these are the fundamentals. All the retail herd reads. Watch, I'm about to blow your mind. Again, this is my personal opinion, but I'm going to prove to you all how at least it makes sense. Instead of following this crap, follow something that actually makes logical sense, right? So the reason behind this major correction is still unknown. Let's all take a second, smash that thumbs up button and laugh at that, because that is not true. However, some XRP community members assume that it could be necessary to get rid of the most greedy late-coming investors before the next round of growth. Others suggest that the market is getting ready for upcoming events that could soon bring some important news. Blah, 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 blah. Fundamentals this, fundamentals that, steer you in the wrong direction. Okay? Look at this price action. All right? Let's delete this. And I want to show you guys exactly why I said this to you. Look at when I tweeted this out to you guys. Okay? I said to you all, again, the DXY just won't lie down. Look at the DXY right here. When it bottomed out on April 13th, right? Thursday, last week, Look at the date down at the bottom. At the same exact time, XRP topped out, liquidated any short positions above these highs, and activated any buy stops above these highs. So now retail or less informed individuals, weak hands, are trapped in the market, either liquidated or trapped in buy positions that most people are going to attempt to extend their stop loss in hope that the market is going to return them back in profit. So the market makers are going to continue to eat that, right? Making money, num, 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 right? It cracks me up. It cracks me up, I swear. So, right, at the same time, the DXY starts to appreciate in value. Retail investors that read fundamentals, we saw this fundamental says right here, the last 3 weeks were bullish. Well, look at this, right? In that analysis from that fundamental, this was part of the price action of the last 3 weeks, right? All retail money. Look at this trend line right here. Retail traders. Go look at all the retail traders on YouTube and Twitter right now. What were they doing last week? Drawing trend lines, buying beneath these lows. What is the one way that we trade here at CYPRX against this? Okay. I've shown you guys in previous examples how we wait patiently and trade against this, right? Look at when I tweeted that out to you guys right at the bottom, letting you guys know about the DXY, telling you all that it will not die down. It will not die. It started to appreciate in value. This is a clean V-shaped recovery, right? As of right now, you have to be able to react to the markets and stop impulsively chasing them. It is not hard to do, right? I'm not yelling at anybody. Hopefully you guys don't think I'm yelling at you. It's just frustrating when you see fundamentals like that, it literally says right here, there's reasons behind this major correction is still unknown. Oh my gosh, this should be deleted from the internet. False information, negative, derogatory information that you should not be filling your brain with. And I just showed you why. All you have to do is open up a chart. The charts will show you everything. When this market is ready to go on a bull run, this 102 psychological level major on the DXY historically will need to be broken to the downside and hold price action below. Until that happens, we're not seeing it. So stop thinking it's some crazy fundamental. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe something in history could change. But as of right now, history shows, and I've shown you guys on the tweets, every single time this major psychological level on the DXY is broken, let's go over to the Discord where I showed the students too, right? Look at this. 2017 bull run starts, 102 psych level, dump. 2020 bull run starts, 102 psych level, dump. This is where we're at right now in 2023. But the market right now is not ready to give way on the US dollar. Not yet. And it's proven as of recording this video that is to be the case. So when you're operating in the live market, you need to react according to that information, okay? Not fundamental information that steers the retail herd, again, blah, 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 in the wrong direction. You get me? Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I could go even further into detail how the CYPRX traders would have been doing what? Turning on their session indicators, right? And waiting for buying opportunities and discount underneath of these lows where previous banking institutions, you guys can see zooming in real quick just to do a little tech breakdown, right? Asia session bought from lows, New York session bought from lows down here. So these will be the little tiny sniper entries that CYPRX traders will be looking to get in on, okay? Which is the exact psychological levels that I told you guys in the tweet, right? Deleted the picture, right? And the picture where I sent you guys psychological levels saying that if XRP dumps, we're most likely going to hit anywhere in this area, 44 cents to 38 cents. Right now, you guys can clearly see, I'm admitting it has not come into those psych levels yet. But the reason why I called out those levels is because those were significant areas that were broken before and that banking institutions bought from. So while retail is FOMOing into the market all in this area when fundamentals were coming in, right? Same thing we see. Still unknown. Majority of people are assuming that it could be to get rid of some investors, some greedy investors and market news, right? Okay. The institutions are dumping to get in at discounts where they bought from last time. They don't chase the market. Okay. Anyways, I'm done with my psych spiel, my technical analysis spiel. Hopefully you guys just learned something there, right? Take what you need and disregard the rest. I'm not saying that everything I'm saying is 100% accurate, but it's kind of clear and obvious. I mean, look at the charts. At the same time, XRP grabbed liquidity and dumped. was the same exact time that the DXY bottomed out and turned around. And people still don't think, right, according to the fundamentals, this fundamental just dropped today, April 20th, right? Oh, the reason for the correction is unknown. It's because people won't take the time to watch informational YouTube channels like ours and actually go apply the information that we're teaching. That's why it's still unknown. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button if you just learned something cool. All right, so anyways, right here, again, shout out to our CYPRX research team for dropping this one. This one's a banger, straight up banger, mainly because we've told you guys that there needs to be some type of catalyst, let's get rid of that, to drive these numbers a little bit down. I'm not saying I know the magic crystal ball number of what amount of cryptocurrencies are going to survive in the future, because nobody knows that. But I'm very confident that it's not going to be 23,507. Okay. Like, so with that being said, we're starting to see this pickup of regulation happen, and regulation, and I'm going to show you in today's video, is going to be the thing, in my personal opinion, that's going to cut a lot of these key players out. I'm going to show you all in the fundamentals how and why I'm formulating that bias. So EU Parliament approves crypto licensing funds transfer rules. The vote clears the way for landmark MiCA regulation to take effect in 2024. We've talked about this in previous video breakdowns. This has been a massive discussion ongoing since like 2022 on our CYPRX platform, right? I mean, I don't specifically know what video breakdowns they are that we've covered this, but we've covered this in the past, right? Reading fundamental documents to you guys is what we attempt to do. So this is nothing new, but the update on this, on them approving it, is new. So this article reads, lawmakers in the European Union on Thursday, that's the day, voted 517-38 in favor of a new crypto licensing regime, markets in crypto assets, or the MICA, with 18 abstentions, making it the first major jurisdiction in the world to introduce a comprehensive crypto law. Let's give them a round of applause, right? Thank you. Let's get something done, okay? The European Parliament also voted 529-29 in favor of a separate law known as the Transfer of Funds Regulation. Now, I'm going to show you guys full circle how no one should be afraid of this. If you've done research, listen, let's just take a second and let's all really dial in as professional, mature investors in this space. Regulation should not scare you if you've done your research on utility and value. If you've also at the same time done your research on utility and value and accepted the risk that you're taking in this market, nothing should make you afraid. You should be trading with zero emotions. Number one, because you're hopefully investing in assets that could, it's not guaranteed, that could provide value in the future, which gives you a higher probability to last longer in this market. Again, it's not guaranteed. Then the second thing to back that you're not afraid of this market is making sure that the capital you are using is capital you are willing to lose. That means you have no emotional attachment to it if it goes to zero. Boom. You just solved your problems, right? So, which requires crypto operators to identify their customers in a bid to halt money laundering with 14 abstentions. Now, I thought that this was interesting, which led me to a further read on a fundamental. We'll go over in just 1 second, because I was like, that's going to cause a lot of illicit market participants to get out, right? People that aren't doing this, or people that are doing this incorrectly, they're going to disappear. Again, reverting back to the thing that I said to you guys about this number changing, right? Okay. So that's one little tiny major piece right there. The vote allows a Wednesday debate in which lawmakers largely supported plans to make crypto wallet providers and exchanges seek a license to operate across the block, and requires issuers of stablecoins tied to the value of other assets to maintain sufficient reserves. I think that's it that I have from this one. Let's move on to the next one. This one's very interesting. Just in, EU Parliament votes in to regulate crypto and Bitcoin drops 2%. So this article is kind of hinting at the fact that maybe because of this EU Parliament vote, that's why Bitcoin dropped 2%. That's kind of what I'm catching from this fundamental. Again, I've already showed, dang it, hold on. I've already showed you guys, okay, that's most likely because of the strength in the DXY, right? So again, another misleading fundamental in my personal opinion, but you can still find value from this. European Parliament on Thursday, again, passed the bill, the MiCA bill, or the MiCA deal, the first comprehensive rule for digital assets. This is positive for the space long-term. And for any short-term investors, the weak hands that are going to see this as a bad thing, a drop in the crypto market, and get shaken out, again, most likely because they're invested in those meme coins, they're invested in those get-rich-quick NFTs, right? They're going to be pulling out their money, okay? They're like, oh, crap, right? regulations catching up. Maybe now is a good time while I'm up in the crypto market just a little tiny bit for me to pull out my funds, right, before I get caught, whatever the case may be, okay? That's what we're going to start to see happen, right? The illicit market participants are going to start getting picked out left and right, left and right, left and right, and we need that, okay? So do not be afraid of it. It is positive for the space, even though these fundamentals will make it seem like for everybody it's negative. It's not. People are gonna lose money. The markets are gonna be volatile. Again, if you revert back to step 1 and step 2 of what I told you guys you need to be doing as an investor, again, it's not financial advice. It's what I'm doing, investing in utility and value and making sure that the capital that I put into this market, I could care less about, right? Boom. I have no fear of what fundamental comes out. So this is positive. This article right here, it goes on to read again, the MICA, right? But let's dive into the bits and pieces of this. It says, most importantly, though it unifies the approach across all 27 member states, if members of the European Parliament approve the changes, the countries have as long as 18 months to implement them. So they still have a lot of time, right? That's almost a year and a half. It is a year and a half, right? Okay. Nevertheless, it marks a major milestone, not just for crypto in Europe, but around the world. That's a massive one. So I highlighted that. Under MICA, anyone looking to publicly offer a crypto asset will need to produce a white paper. This is important. This is where it gets interesting surrounding what I've been talking to you guys about. So remember this, that discloses information about it. This will include information about the issuer or the entity looking to admit it, to trading it, what they will do with the capital raised, what the rights are, obligations are attached to the assets, and what the technology is underlying. Now, remember, we talked about illicit market participants going bye-bye, right? Okay, think about the whole conversation we've had up to this point. Well, drawing on his experience of amending and expanding a draft white paper to make it nominally MICA compliant, Tyfield, a corporate M&A lawyer at a British firm, Sam Tyfield. So that's who this individual is. I just don't want you to think I'm reading this out of my butt. Well, Tyfield, this lawyer, says that the amount of information and data required to do so is materially beyond current market practice for white papers and a significant challenge for most potential issuers of crypto assets or tokens. Again, bye-bye. Anybody that can't withstand the storm, bye-bye, right? So anybody that can't, like I said, those numbers, they're going to start getting weeded out, left and right. This is not a bad thing, he tells Decrypt, as it may lead to some of the more flaky crypto asset issuers drawing back from a project. Right? Scrolling down here, it gets even more interesting. Limitations of regulation have already been identified at the top European institutions. Last week, a member of European Central Bank Advisory Board said that the recent progress in regulation was not enough. Writing in a blog post. So hold on, let's just calm down. This literally means right here that there's going to be even more regulations coming. You get it? And if this one little deal right here, the MICA deal, is causing bad players to get weighted out, what do you think is going to happen when even more and more global regulation starts to get in? Okay. Long-term vision, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress enough. That's what you need to have right now. Okay. Or you're gonna be fear-mongered. You're gonna get tapped out. Writing in a blog post, the ECB supervisory board member, Elizabeth McCall, said that the likes of Binance and the now defunct FTX would likely not be considered significant under the MICA in its current form, and that a company's whole operation needed to be considered, not just the scale of the presence within the EU. Since MICA was the first proposed, the EU crypto initiative has been particularly worried about how startups will handle the new regulation burden. This is interesting. She says, I think they might not have the financial capacity or manpower to comply. We're just going to see some of them basically be overwhelmed by it. Again, bye-bye, right? Anybody that can't handle the weight, see ya. So that way we as retail investors can finally start to see who we can invest in. Same thing for institutions, right? The institutions are going to start to see piece by piece who's going to survive, right? They're not just going to guess. Okay, institutions are not like retail. They don't guess. They start to do research. You think institutions don't have people that work for them that do this research on what companies they should be parking their capital day in and day out? Why, as a retail investor, would you not attempt to do the same? Oh, I watched a YouTube video. Let me go buy something. What? Do you think any institution, hedge fund, brokerage company, money manager is doing that? No. So why would you, right? Anyways, moving on. This gentleman right here, I'm not going to butcher his name, CEO of Polish crypto exchange Zonda, has a similar upbeat position. This is where it gets interesting, and I'll leave you guys here with this. While Michael will undoubtedly present a challenge for some of the smaller crypto startups, I predict, this is him, the overall effect will be positive. The regulatory clarity, this is a banger right here, and certainty provided by Michael will attract institutional investors and larger firms, leading to increased investment and growth opportunities in the European market. That's massive. Again, very welcoming for institutions. Retail investors that see articles like this, oh my gosh, they don't even have the brain capacity to read the article, right? They read the headline. Just in, EU Parliament votes to regulate crypto. Bitcoin drops 2%. Oh my gosh, let me cash out on my NFT. I think it was made by a freaking YouTube influencer. He's probably going to rug pull me. Dang, let me get out, right? That's what's going on right now. All the bad illicit market participants over the next, well, I was saying this 2 years ago, 3 to 5 years, but now that's 1 to what? 3 years. 1 to 3 years from now, we're going to start to see this evolution take place. Are you going to be a part of it? Are you going to attempt to mature in this market and stop believing these little tiny fruity fundamentals and actually follow somebody? Right? I'm not saying I get everything correct. I'm not saying that here at CYPRX we're perfect, because we're not, right? We lose, okay? But in order to survive long-term in this market, you need to have proper fundamental and technical analysis skills. You need to have logical skills. You need to have people skills, right? And here at CYPRX, we encompass all that. So again, if you all enjoyed this video breakdown, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Many blessings to you all. Weekly wrap up. I'll attempt to try and do this, if not every week, every other week for you all. Anything that we talk about and discuss on the Twitter page, I'll try and break that down, why we're doing it, what we were seeing in the market, okay? Hope that you all enjoyed this. Hope that you all took something very valuable away from this. Make sure that you're doing your own personal research. We're not constituting any financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go out there and buy XRP now that it's discounted. No, right? There's getting you guys to see why we were telling everybody that there could be a pullback, right? What's going on in the news, fundamentals that you can take it upon yourself and read as an individual, involving themselves in this space early on, okay? Have a long-term vision. Many blessings to you all. As always, smash that thumbs up button. Make sure that you're subscribed. Follow us on Twitter. Link is in the description down below for the mentorship program. Link is in the description down below for the email. Reach out to me. Link is in the description down below for the book. I can't stress enough. Get yourself some knowledge. Get yourself some informative value. Oh, I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown. Everybody take it easy.